Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in again to the Double SK Show. My name is Smitty Sebastian Kurt. I got my girl DCD here with me again. So we're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter this time. This is a touchy situation because our views are so different. Not saying I don't think it matters. It does, but we have to justify things that happen with the police and everything. But we'll be okay with that. Before I do, like I said, I'm gonna start with this. Another CD that's underrated, right?
Yes, underrated.
Underrated. I'm saying underrated. But anyway, it's Billy Porter. We both went to school with him.
Yes, we did.
So Billy Porter, he won a Tony
Go
for
Billy.
Kinky Boots and all that stuff. Very, very good CD. This came out in like '97, and I know you all was like, "That's old ass CD." But my main thing is like, this is a really good CD.
Good music.
Do you? You don't have this. I don't have to make sure she has a copy of this before she gets up out of here. But anyway, this is a very good CD. It has some really good songs. He did his first breakout song on this was from the First Wives Club's "Love Is on the Way," and it was an excellent song. But this whole CD is really good. So that's what we had playing in the background. Like I said the last time. So every artist who I have listened to, I think is a good CD. I'm going to present this and have it playing in the background. Okay, but we're going to get back to Amazon. But yeah, you can go in the store and get it. 97. So
No, but
let me stop. Yeah,
I'm sure it's
it's still
sale.
circulating around
I'm
there
sure.
somewhere because it took me a minute to get this.
Okay.
I found this in Atlanta at one of those CD places, and I found it. I was like, oh my goodness, but I haven't seen Billy since high school, so if I run into him, Billy, you're gonna sign the CD. But anyway.
But still, please support.
Yeah.
We have to. That's one of the things. Even though we're talking about Black Lives Matter, but we still need to support each other,
Right.
especially black businesses, and because we are quick to support other businesses, but we need to support our own, and we need to give our own more than just one chance or one opportunity, because a lot of times we will go to our own. And the first time something goes wrong, I'm not
We
going
shut it
back
down.
there.
Right.
I ain't giving them, see, black people. No, but we go to the white businesses or the Asian or Korean, whatever, multiple times. So can we give our own an
chance.
opportunity and a chance?
Right.
Support them. Keep the money, you know what?
Flow
All
in
day
the
long.
community. Right.
All day long, money talks. Money talks.
And bullshit walk.
What? All
Right.
day. So, if we are so quick to give up on our own community and our own businesses, but support other businesses and other communities, that's not cool.
It's not
So,
cool.
let's support us. I don't care if the CD came out in 2019, 18, 20, whatever. Support it. Support it. Okay.
I think it would be on the 78 if it came out
Well,
like that. You remember the 78? You got to play real fast.
I don't care if it's on the
Those are
8-track.
albums.
I don't care if it's on the 8-track.
No, this is back before 8-track.
Support it, okay?
Yeah.
A 45, whatever you got to do, put
Yeah.
the nickel, the dime, the
See, the
penny,
young folks
whatever.
don't know what 45s
Okay,
and LPs and
okay.
12-inch and they don't know.
The only reason why I know because I'm the youngest of 10 and I have older siblings. So if you are down with the 45s, you know what that is.
Right.
Whatever. If it's music, it's presented by us, support it.
Here's the song I was talking about. Love Is on the Way.
Okay. Okay, but we're talking about Black Lives Matter.
So, okay, yeah, Black Lives Matter. Now, her and I was having a discussion about this, and I mentioned on the other segment about when we were talking about LGBT community about Black Lives Matter and how some certain things is justified, some things are not justified with it. But what was the comment you made about that?
So recently, as many of you may have heard, Tamir Rice, his family, I believe they're out of Ohio. The state of Ohio has reached a settlement with them for $6 million. So while we all know that no amount of money in the world is going to bring anyone's child back or
But before
anyone's
we go
loved
into
one
before
back.
you go into all that, now let's state what happened with the whole thing, so people who
Okay.
don't understand what
So,
happened. Now,
I don't watch news. I said I'm going to start watching news so that I can be more abreast to current events. However, if you've been living under a rock and or a cave and just have not heard about this case, this is a case about a young man, and he was out in a public park with a BB gun. It was a BB gun, right?
yeah, I think
Okay,
it
it
was.
was a BB gun, and he was out there, and he was, I won't say brandished, even though I just said it, but he was out there, and he had the BB gun, and
Was he shooting the gun at something or?
he was not shooting it.
Okay.
However, he was pointing it at people, passersby. And
Okay,
so when the call was made to the police, the caller said there is a young man and he has a gun, he's pointing out at people, but I believe that it is a toy gun or it's not a real gun. That's what the 911 caller said.
Oh, they said they believe it's a toy gun.
They did state that on the 911 call. However, when the police got the information, the dispatcher did not relay
That
exactly. They didn't relay that the caller said that it was a toy gun or that it was, it wasn't a real gun. So when the police arrived on the scene, within I can't remember the time frame, but it was within a couple of seconds they had shot and killed this little boy.
Okay, before you go into that part, now when you say you shot and killed him, now did they ask him to stop? Because
No,
I do remember, like I saw the video of it. When did this take place? Like last year?
It was last year.
Yeah, last year.
It was last year.
Okay, and I remember seeing the video, and I saw because some an innocent bystander was taking the video. And they videotaping it.
Right.
And I remember the boy was running.
Well,
and then
actually, no. I'm gonna correct you.
Okay.
The video that was released was from the police dash cam. From the police dash cam. That's the video that was released. Yes.
Okay, I thought it was an innocent bystander.
No, it was from the police dash cam.
Okay, but that was the boy in the park, but he kept running when they told him to stop.
Well, see, the thing was, it was within literally a few seconds that the police arrived on the scene and shot and killed him. It was seconds. Like he pulled up to the park, got out of the car, was like, freeze, whatever he said, I don't recall. And he shot and killed him within a matter of seconds.
What is his name?
Tamir Rice.
Okay, I'm going to pull this up.
Okay, so it was only a matter of seconds. So our discussion, TAMIR, you want that?
Hold up, I got Wi-Fi, baby.
iPhone, baby.
Well, I guess not.
So anyway,
what's the problem?
So here, you can look at that if you want.
Okay.
So it was literally a matter of seconds. But I had this conversation with several people about several of the recent cases. Yes. About several of the recent, well, when I say recent, it's relevant. But
Cleveland,
several
Ohio.
of the cases that have occurred, unfortunately, this is my perspective, just my opinion. It's not law. It's not gospel. Not everyone is innocent. I'm not saying that the police were justified in shooting and killing these people. What I am saying is that they were not just driving down the street, minding their own business, obeying all the laws, the speed laws, or, seatbelt laws. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that these were people who put themselves, for whatever reason, in a situation that gave the police cause to come in and to kill them. I'm not saying please, y'all, do not put comments on there. Oh, that hoe with the blue hair, she was a... No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. The police were not right. Period. In the story, bottom line. They were not right. But what I'm saying is, sometimes we put ourselves
In
in
predicament.
a position
Yeah.
or in a predicament
You're right.
that it may not end up well. So what I'm saying is, this young man, he was a child. But I think a lot of it goes back to the parents. As a parent, you must take responsibility for your children. In 2016, you cannot, okay, if you want to buy your child a BB gun or toy gun or whatever it may be, so be it. But there must be supervision if you are going to allow this child to handle this weapon. In that supervision, if you're going to allow them to take it out of the house, you need to be there as a responsible adult. This young man, although he did not deserve to die.
Well, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
For that part. Now, I understand when you said taking supervision as far as like taking it out the house. What if they don't know they're taking it out the house?
Okay.
Now, they should know the severity of it when you have something that look like a real gun and you're out there in the world with that somebody mistaken as a real gun.
Okay.
And they're going to treat you as if it's a real gun. The reason why I say that, because remember back when I was 20 years old, and I told you we had that water gun. It looked just like a real gun.
Yeah.
Now, my father was a lieutenant of police. Okay, so I grew up around guns. So I was okay with it. But we did have this water gun. And we drive around in my car.
Yes, we were.
And one of my friends was pointing out, when we stopped the car at the stoplight, he was pointing at people, and so many cars just drove off like, oh my God, they got a gun. And just started. Now, this is back in the day. Now, I'm not going to say the age and all this stuff so you could be Googling and shit, but I'm just saying, back in the day, where it wasn't like...
It was in the 90s, though. Right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said 20, honey. You ain't want no goddamn 90s.
80s? I'm sorry.
It was the 80s.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But anyway, okay, it was the 80s, the late 80s. All right, but anyway, we had this gun, and my friend Jerome, he was pointing out the window at people. We were just driving. We thought it was a joke. You know, we didn't know the severity of it. You know, I should have known better than that. But, you know, being young and dumb, all this other stuff. So we drive around, so we just pointing out the window.
Okay.
People in cars with family would see that, like, oh my God, and just hit the gas and go right through the light.
Right.
Remember we were downtown with you, playing around.
Yes. Oh, we
played hooker.
It was fun back in the day, but
in the 80s you could do that.
We didn't realize, like he said,
they would have blew us all away.
Yes. We couldn't do that now.
Because you had that gun. It's like, I'm going to get you when you put it. It was all just fun. But my main thing is that we got busted. They pulled us over.
I wasn't with them.
No.
For the record.
It was my two boys with me. Thank God that we had the water gun in the dashboard.
Okay.
Now, if one of us would have came out with that.
Oh, yeah.
They would have probably took him out. Whoever.
Probably.
And I wasn't driving because I let one of my friends drive. Mm-hmm. It was right there with me. Thank God I wasn't all dumb like, hey, what's going on?
Right.
You know, but we left it in the dashboard. They got out. And I didn't realize the severity of it. Mm-hmm. And we just thought it was a joke. And just like with this guy, Tamir Rice, especially this time and age, you know, it takes nothing for the cops to say, your life is over.
Yeah.
So you got to be... See, back then it wasn't like that.
Right.
Then I thought I was invincible anyway because, again, my father was lieutenant of police. So I thought I could do whatever the hell I wanted to do and I'll be okay. I could have got blown away that day.
Yeah.
Because one thing I will say about the police, from what I learned from my father, when it's a situation and look like others are going to be involved to hurt other people, when you're involved and you're going to hurt other people, they got to assess the situation quickly.
Yes.
And
it's all about
you're married to a policeman.
Yes, my ex-husband is a cop.
Right.
Yes.
So you know the severity of that.
I do.
So with this guy, I'm not saying the cops, see, again, they don't know when they roll up on the situation
Right.
in the situation. My main thing is what I'm saying is that if you already know that they're trigger happy, don't give them a reason to. When it's time to pull over, put your hands on the steering wheel,
Right. Turn your
shut
car
off the car,
roll all windows
roll the
down.
window down.
Yes.
and be quiet.
Turn
and
the
answer
music
them.
off. Put the
Right.
cigarettes out. Get off of the cell phone. Even if you're talking on it, you can put it down and put it on
down.
speaker.
Yes.
You don't have to hang up.
That's
but
right.
Just don't have it up to your ear.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things. You know, and
We gotta start teaching our people, our
but
young
see,
folks.
This is what I'm going back to.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. I'm going to
Oh
interrupt
no,
you.
go ahead. It's okay.
Tamir's mother, because everything starts in the home. If she bought this gun for him to use,
But what
she
if she
should
didn't?
have. Okay, whomever.
No, the reason why I say that because my little cousin, who's graduating this year, he had a BB gun.
Where'd he get it from?
He found it. He came to me and said, "Look, I got this BB gun. It looked like a gun." I said, "Where did you get that from?" And I forgot. He must have been like, oh God, maybe 10 or 11.
Okay.
I said, "Why do you have that?" "Oh, I'm gonna get some BBs and put BBs in it." He trusts me, so he's like, "Don't tell my mother I got it." And you know I couldn't do that.
Right.
So I called his mother. I said, "Look, here's the deal. He has this BB gun. It's behind the couch." I said, "Just act like you clean it up and you found it." I don't want to lose the trust in him,
Right.
but I don't want him be
Out
a
there with
suspect.
it. Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So she did it,
Okay.
and that's how we shut that down. But
Okay.
not to say we don't know if his mother
Okay.
bought him that.
True that. I don't know. So what I'm saying is, even if she hadn't, or his father hadn't, whomever, even if they did not know that he had it, most people nowadays, most adults nowadays who have young male sons,
Okay.
teenage sons, or young adult sons, have talked to them about.
They should have talked to them.
Most people have
Okay.
talked to them about. I've read numerous.
Okay,
I cannot
okay,
say how many
okay.
articles about young men that have, or men, fathers that have talked to their young sons about, look, this is what you do if you get pulled over by the police.
Right.
Okay, so and a kind of a sidebar, it's not that this is a new occurring thing that police are killing black men. This
No.
is not new.
No.
For those of you who may think that
It's reoccurring.
this is not new.
Right.
This is nothing new. The only difference is it's being publicized now.
Right.
It's being televised now.
Right.
This has been happening since, oh my gosh, 30, 50 years. This is not new. It's just being brought to the public's awareness more so now. It's not new.
Well, let me tell you.
This has been occurring for many.
Well, let me
many,
tell you.
many
When I was
years.
15, I was friends with this guy named Tony Akers.
Okay.
It was up in Garfield, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and Tony was involved with because I was in elementary school with him,
Okay.
so I know him. He was involved in something with, I don't know if it was a robbery or if he was even part of it, but they were up in that shopping center. Remember, it was a shopping center up there. He was running. He didn't have any goods on it or anything.
Okay.
The police car both came in and both of them. He was running. They both caught him in the middle and crushed him.
Oh wow.
Tore all this up. He had nothing on him. He was just running. I don't know if he was part of the robbery that supposedly have went down. But like you said, this is nothing new. This is back when I was 15.
It's really not anything.
That was
new,
back in the
y'all.
day.
I know some of y'all people out there think this is just.
And
Oh,
it wasn't
all of
about a
sudden the
gun.
Cops are killing people.
It wasn't
No.
about a gun. Because they crushed him with the car.
Let me also say this. I hope it's advice. If you have not done anything wrong, do not run. Why are you running? If you run,
It looked you like a
I said,
suspect.
His father was a cop. My ex-husband is a cop. If you run, they think you have done something wrong. If you have not done anything wrong, do not run. Why are you running? I don't care if you have a record, if you have an arrest warrant, don't run. It doesn't matter.
There go that thing.
It'll be cleared out.
Oh,
You should have.
I should put on sound. I'm so sorry, y'all.
NTP. Don't run. Don't run. Because when you run, they automatically think that there's a reason why you're running. You have a warrant, or you're a drug dealer, you're a criminal. That's what they think.
Criminal.
Even
Yep.
if you have an arrest warrant, don't run. They're going to catch you, and it's going to be worse. Just stand there, because more than likely, if you stand there, they're not even going to bother you. Trust me. I was at an associate's house. She was having a party, and she had speakers outside of her house. This was in Maryland, where DC.
Okay.
You probably heard this story, shut up.
No, but the speaker's outside her house, and she think nobody woke up.
And the music, but wait, the area that she lived in, there was Hispanics in the area. They were having a party the same night. Nobody went to that house.
Of course not.
They came to her house.
Right.
So let me tell you this. And this is no exaggeration, they came in like 20 deep. The cops. They came in 20 deep. And Negroes was scattering like roaches. Me and my sister, I ain't gonna say her name, but she knows who she is when she sees this. She and I, we stood there at the door.
Like, we ain't got nothing to hide.
That's
right.
I'm not gonna run.
I ain't got no priors.
You know, I run. But it's on the weekends when I might do 3 miles for exercise purposes, okay, for health purposes. But other than that, well, I'm not gonna run.
Cancer.
Yeah, well, yeah, and Susan G. Komen. But what I'm saying is,
I only did like
I was like, I'm not running. I didn't do anything. So my sister and I were standing by the door of the residence. Everybody else, I promise you, they scattered like roaches. And my sister and I were standing there. We were like, I looked at her, she looked at me. I was like, I'm not running. She was like, I'm not either. And when the cops came in, they were like...
You never told me this story.
Oh, okay. Well, when they came in, this was several years ago. But when they came, we asked them, we were like, what's going on? Why are y'all here? And he talked to us because we were standing there. We did not run. We did not have a reason to run because we did not do anything. Everybody else ran, and they went in the house. Now, we all know, legally speaking, you cannot just run up as a cop. You cannot go up in somebody's house unless you have a warrant, or unless they invite you in. The owners did not invite them in.
But they
just went up in there because people were running and people didn't know their rights. They just ran into the house, so the cops went into the house right behind them. But she and I were standing literally right by the door. We were like this.
Right.
Like, we were like, well, what's going on? Why are y'all here? And they were like, oh, somebody called us and told us blah, 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 blah. And so a couple people, whatever, that night, but we were standing there like, well, we didn't do anything. They walked right by us. So I say that to say this. Do not run. Comply. I know that cops abuse their authority and they think they are above the law, which they are not, but they have been afforded that privilege, which they really are. They shouldn't be, but they are.
Yeah.
If you get pulled over, take the keys out of the ignition, put them up on the dashboard, roll down all of your windows, turn your inside lights on, and put your hands on the steering wheel.
So they can see everything. And
so that they know you are not a threat.
Right. Because if they think you're a threat,
they're going to shoot you. That's the problem.
Wait a minute.
That is and they will get away with killing you.
Because they can justify it.
Don't give them a reason.
Wait a minute. Remember my birthday? I came down and we were going out?
Yeah.
And the cops pulled us over.
You know what?
What did we do?
Wait a minute. But I'm going to tell you this.
What did we do?
You can tell a cop's demeanor. Because I was speeding because drive fast, speed turns me on. So I was driving fast because I was trying to get to the club before they started charging. However, when the cop started walking towards the car, I heard him. He was whistling.
So you already knew he's.
So
Yeah.
I knew
That okay, this
it
would
was
be
going to
okay,
be all right.
Right.
But I complied with everything
We
he
all
said.
did.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
We all did. I was driving. He was in the front seat. We complied with everything the cop said. I gave my driver's license. I gave my registration. I let him know that I was not a threat.
Right. Always.
Because if they think you are a
A
threat,
threat, they're
that
gonna
is
react.
their justification to
Right.
kill you. Kill you.
But
And the reason why I say kill is because cop, you know as well as I do, cops are trained to hit the largest target. The
Torso.
largest target is your torso.
Torso.
It's not that they are trying to kill you,
but that's the lowest
but
part
that
to get
is
to take you down. Right.
to stop the threat. No, most cops are not doing headshots.
No.
They're trained.
If you look at all these people who did get killed, they're not shot in the head.
They're shot multiple times, but it's not in the head.
It's not in the head. Unfortunately, they are shot multiple times.
Yes. And so, please comply. Later, hire a lawyer, call a Cochran firm, whatever you need to do. But survive. That's what it's about. It's about survival.
Right.
So survive that night.
Think
them
smart
pulling you
when it
over.
comes to
Even if
that.
you have warrants or if you dirty, you know, you ride around, you got whatever in your car or on your person.
Just go to jail, get the bond, fight it in court.
There you go.
Don't
But
keep
guess
hitting
what?
the gas.
You will be alive the next day.
Right.
You will be
Unless you
alive.
don't want to be. Then hit the gas, flip them, and keep driving. Then, you know, we'll all say a prayer. We'll see you on the news. How they
Hopefully
took
you
down.
know Jesus, so you'll be
Yeah.
going to heaven. Because if not,
Start praying right then and there when you hit the gas. Oh, Father
What?
God, everything is holy
Forgive
and
me.
mighty. Oh, mighty ISIS. And I mean the woman ISIS, not this damn ISIS that in Islamic shit.
well, we'll
Oh no, let me stop. They come busting it in like the FBI. Oh God, should we erase this? Say no, but I'm just saying. But no, you know what I'm saying. I'm joking around. That's who I do. But
he's a comedian.
yeah, just be smarter with it because
Yes.
if you want your life and you want to be
Yes,
there for
it's
your
real.
family,
It's real.
because like I said on the first segment on my show, when you take one person out, it affects the whole family.
Yes.
It don't just affect them.
Don't think just about you. It's
Right.
not about you. You have to think about your mother, your cousins, your aunt. You have to think
Your
about
children.
your family, everybody. It's
Right.
not just
It's-
about
it's
you.
gonna affect everybody.
Any and everything you do has a consequence.
Well, let me say this, and it's slightly off the track, because our ancestors had to be beat in front of their kids, their wives, and stuff. They stood up there like, I'm going to take it, because if I don't agree to this or do this, they're going to kill my family.
Exactly.
And they took it.
They did.
They did with any means possible to survive,
Jesus, they
and that's
did.
what you
They
need to do.
did. Exactly.
Any means to survive, you do it.
Yes. Live another
That
day.
means you gotta go down like this, fight that crap in court.
Yes.
Get yourself a good
Hit
lawyer
them where it hurts.
in their
The
pockets.
pockets.
Right. And
You know,
people don't
white
realize-
people was all about the money.
Right.
I'm gonna say it, whatever y'all. I don't care if
But
white
it's
people
true.
was watching.
It's true.
Say it, okay? It's about that dollar. And if you hit them in the dollar,
Hard enough? Yes.
this will peak. They'll be like, wait, what?
Right.
What? The green? Y'all affecting my money? Wait. And that's why we were so effective back in the day. Back in the boycott, the bus boycott. That's why it worked. That's why
'Cause it hit
worked.
their pockets, like you
Because,
said. Yes.
it affected that money. And they don't want that money. They don't want that. They don't play with the money with the black. With
You know what the problem I
White
have
folks
right now,
don't
though?
play with their money.
I just hate we don't have the strong leaders like we used to.
Yes, we need the MLK of today.
We need several of them.
Love you, Al Sharpton. Love you, Jesse. But y'all ain't it.
But I got some couple more other people, the young ones now. The guy who does the Black Lives Matter.
Who is he?
I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. I just put up on
Research.
Research.
No, but
yeah.
I don't know either because like I told you, I get my news.
But I will.
You know,
I will. But
no, I mean we need. But even still, him obviously he's not that strong of a leader because if he were, I would know his name and I would know about him, and he would be affecting change, and he's not affecting change.
well,
Because change is not occurring. So we don't have that MLK. And just for in case some of y'all out there don't know y'all history, MLK had a whole group load of people behind him. It wasn't just him. He was the face, he was the voice, but
entourage.
trust me. Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Entourage.
There
of
was an
people.
entourage.
Of
Trust.
power.
Power. And
Not
that's
just
what we were
MLK.
lacking.
There was other people. There was the Lowry guy. Now the doorbell is that Misha C? All late. You want
But
to
there-
You want to keep talking? Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll
be
keep
right
talking. There was more than just MLK, as strong as he was and as great as he was and the voice that he was. Love him for everything that he did. It wasn't just one man. It was a whole group of people. Rosa Parks, beautiful woman, did a lot for us. Again, it was not just her. And for some of you that may not know, that may be ignorant, she was not the first person. There were several other people before her that they wanted to have sit in the front of the bus and make a statement. But she was the ideal person because the one lady they wanted, I think she was a young woman and she was pregnant, she wasn't married. So they was like, well, she's not quote unquote the face that we really want to put out there. So there were other people, just so that those of you who may be ignorant and do not know this, there were other people before Rosa Parks.
Oh, yeah.
But Rosa Parks was the one that fit the criteria, that fit the bill, that fit what they were looking for, the appearance. So Rosa Parks was the one that was chosen.
Oh.
And so we're not diminishing anything because Sister Rosa, you did the dang thing.
Right.
But just so that, you're educated. Educate yourselves. There were others before her. So Rosa Parks was the one that they chose to make the stand. But just know that there were others before her. So MLK, you were the man, you were the face, you were the voice. And you did what you needed to do and what God called you to do. But there were others behind him that were supporting him, that were encouraging him, when he wanted to give up, when he wanted to, bow down, when he wasn't strong, when he needed that faith, when he needed that boost, there were others behind him.
Right.
So, just,
Because it's take a nation
Yes.
of what's the
Yes.
saying goes? Here
Well,
I go.
I think the saying is it takes a nation to raise a child.
Right, but it takes a million. I don't know. It's from Public Enemy. When he gets, it's take a nation to bring me down. So I don't know.
See, you on some whole other stuff right now. But literally, we just don't.
It takes a million. It's taking a nation a million to bring me down or so to stop me or
Okay.
something. I don't know. I should
Okay.
pull it up. I
But
don't know.
anywho,
Right.
We need that strong black leader.
Right.
Now, like I said, not anything against Al Sharpton or Jesse Owen, but
Jesse
they're
Owens.
not it. I mean,
Jesse Owens. Really? Okay.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I know. Well, but no, she's right. We do need those little strong leaders right now because
What's Jesse's last name?
Jackson.
It's one of them common names. Jesse Owen, he the one out there. He doing it.
But the thing is
My
that
bad. It's the water. It's the water.
Right,
It's the
right,
water
right,
in
right, right.
Pittsburgh. I'm not used. You know, I'm a Fiji type of chick, so
Oh.
I'm not used to this water.
Hey,
in
I got
Pittsburgh.
filtered water in there.
Okay, but I'm not used to this.
Well, I'm gonna give you more filtered water. Let's see. With a twist to something.
I'm sorry, Jesse Jackson.
Right.
Love you. You're not the one.
Yeah, but we do need some leaders to stand up and to say, hey, we're going to take this. Political leaders. Also, we just need somebody to lead us into the next level.
Yeah.
Because right now I think we're slipping so bad, and it's unfortunately that is happening. But there will be a change.
I hope so.
There will be.
As in the words of Jesse Jackson and not Owen. I'm going to keep hope alive. Okay? I'm going to keep hope alive.
Okay, okay. That was good. That was good. This is another long show, but I liked it and everything. So,
presidents.
no, not the president, but
Black Lives Matter.
Black lives do matter, and
they
once
do.
again,
Yes, it does.
thank you for tuning in to the Double SK show. Again, my name is Smitty Sebastian Kirk,
And I'm
and
DCD.
DCD again with me, and
Pleasure
I'll
to
have
be
more
here.
guests with us because again, Misa C is the mission. She's not missing in action. I know she would have.
She has other priorities.
Well, yeah, she had the priorities with her son, playing football and everything. That which is all good. So anyway, but we'll be back again, YouTubers. So you have a good
Thank
day.
you so much for
and,
having me.
Oh,
Still single.
oh, there you go. Yeah, I always try to use every little.
Please be
avenue.
over 6 foot though if you gonna hit me up. I'm just saying. I'm a tall
Can you
chick.
be over 6 foot?
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah,
a tall
actually you
female.
are. You tower
I'm
over
a tall
me.
female. I'm 6 to 6'2". So
And I'm 5'10", so
I'm saying that's with my shoes on. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
please, can you be over 6 foot? Don't hit me up. And if you don't work out, don't hit me up because anyway.
All right. All right. Well, thank you again for tuning in, and
We
we'll check you out
appreciate
next
y'all.
time.
Please give us your comments.
Right. All right. Have a good day.